last video, we learned how to move enemy around between some paths. This video, let's make enemy chase player, that most of games with big amount of enemies are using it, like game survival, IO. Using coroutine with wait 4 seconds to recheck player position. This will help game run smoothly, with big amount of moving objects on slow devices or slow phones. Open package Pixel Adventure 2. You can get it free with link under video. Let's choose enemy bad. We need to create its animation first. Just select all images. Drop them into hierarchy. Name it any names you want. It creates enemy object. Rename it bad. Set its size bigger. It created animation, bat flying, and animator controller to play all its animations. On bat object, it created component animator automatically also. If you double-click to open it, you can see animation, bat flying already inside. Press play, enemy bat can play animation now. Next, create prefab from object bat, and you can delete this object now. On prefab bat, all components from its object still be here. If you create object bat again, its animation can be played right away. You can get this image free with link under video. Make sure it is set as Sprite 2D and UI. Filter, point no filter, for no blur pixel. With no compression for a better quality image. Add it into game screen. Set its size bigger. Then move it to anywhere you want. Now, let's add a new C# script to spawn enemy bat from this chest. Name it chest trap or any names you like. Remove unnecessary codes. First, let's test with the keyboard button. Every time button is pressed, spawn enemy bat. Use button O or any button. Create new void event, create enemy to spawn enemy from this chest object. Then we need an enemy object to spawn inside our script. Create new variable game object with name enemy. Set it public to edit directly from editor. Save your script. You can see variable enemy on your script now. Hold and drop prefab bat into. To create an object inside C# script, we use instantiate. First parameter will be spawned object. Add enemy object into. Second parameter is location to spawn this enemy object. Let's spawn it at this chest position. Third parameter is rotation of enemy object when it is created. Just set it default rotation. And last parameter will be parent object, null, to spawn enemy at root on hierarchy. Run game to test it. If you press button O, enemy bat will be created at chest object. This time, let's spawn enemy bat only if player is near the chest. To detect player, you need to add collider to chest object. On scene view, let's turn on is trigger for other objects can go through it. Click edit collider. You can limit the area to detect player now. Whenever player walks inside this area, enemy bat will be spawned. Whenever player walked inside collider, event on trigger enter 2D will trigger. Any information of collision will be inside this variable. Let's compare to check if detected player inside. We will use tag to compare it. Make sure your object player has tag player. After you detected player near the chest, you can spawn enemy bat now. And delete the button event We don't need it anymore. When player is far from chest, nothing happened. But when he stepped inside the chest area, new enemy is spawned right away. After enemy is spawned, let's make it move to player position. On prefab bat, create new C# script. Name it enemy chasing. Open it. Remove unnecessary code. The best way to move an object is using rigid body 2D component. Let's use mode dynamic for this enemy. Make sure simulated is turned on. Set gravity as 0 to remove gravity, and freeze rotation. Now let's add component rigid body 2D to our script to move this enemy. Create new variable with type rigid body 2D. To get any component, you should do it at awake, when object is created. Use getComponent to get a component of object. Right after object enemy bat is created, let's move it to player. Create new void event chase player. To move object, we will apply velocity in rigid body 2D. So you need to find direction vector 2 from enemy bat to player position. First, let's add player object inside this script. Your player was added tag player already, so you can find object player on game screen by using its tag. It will return your player object with tag player. Next, to get direction between two positions, we have this event already. You can get it with link under video. This event will return a direction value with type of vector 2. When enemy started to move, let's find vector from its position to player position. After you have vector from enemy to player, apply it to velocity to move enemy from its position to player position. To control move speed of enemy, fast or slow, create a new variable. Set it public to edit directly on editor. Now add it to velocity event to make your enemy can move faster. Save your script. On prefab bat, set move speed of this enemy bat. Then run game to see the result. When player moves near the chest, enemy bat is appeared. And he will move to player position, exactly what we expected. But when player moves to another position, this bat should move to player again. After enemy moves to player, let's recheck player position every 1 second to move enemy again. Use wait 4 seconds to make it wait. More bigger number, more enemies can run on games at the same time. After wait time, we call event chase player again to recheck player position. Yield return new must be inside function IEnumerator. And to call IEnumerator function, we use start coroutine instead. Copy it for another chase player event. Every 1 second, this function chase player will be called again to recheck player position and move enemy to that position. Press play to test it. After enemy is spawned, it'll move to player position, and when player is moving, enemy will keep chasing player. Anywhere player is, enemy will move to that position. Some games you will want enemy can collide with obstacles while chasing player. To do that, on Prefab Bat, add collider to your enemy. Switch to Scene View. Make sure his trigger is not selected. Adjust collider to fit your enemy. Now just press play to see how it works. Enemy can move to player, but it was blocked by ground object. Actually, he still keep moving to player. Let's do something to improve it. Add physics material 2D. Name it No Friction. At Option Friction, set it value 0 to remove it. On Collider of Enemy, add this physics material into. Now try again. Enemy can move smoother, and can reach to player easier. After you added collider to your enemy, if you have a lot of enemies on screen, your FPS will drop very fast. Example, I have 2 enemies here, they both have colliders. If they overlap each other, collision will trigger every frames. And our game, we have a background behind these enemies also. On this background, it has a collider to limit our camera area. So collider of enemy is always touching this collider of background every frames. On enemy, I added a code to show object name that enemy bat is touching. Then try to run the game with a lot of enemies. You can see enemy bat is touching background and causes a lot of collision. This is a very common reason. Make your FPS drop very fast. Now let's add a new layer. Name it Enemy Layer. Then add your enemy bat into Enemy Layer. Next, we will make colliders on these layers ignore each other's. Open Project Settings. On Physics 2D, you can see your enemy layer here. Let's make enemy layer ignore all other layers. If you want enemy can collide with enemy, turn on enemy layer with enemy layer. And turn on player layer if you want enemy can collide player. And with bullet layer for sure. That's it. Ignore all other layers to avoid all other objects. Now try run game again. Enemy bat cannot touch background anymore. It can touch player object now, and collision numbers are slowly increasing. Enemy colliders will not affect your FPS anymore. Let's export our game to a phone to test it. Select platform Android and press build. I am running the game on a very slow phone. There are 300 enemy objects currently, are moving at the same time. But the game is still very smooth and has no lag at all. The phone stays cool and no battery drained. This movement method runs very well on slow devices. Don't forget to subscribe my channel to save this video. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.